Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Cara Gubbins of the Animal Wisdom Circle, and I am here with
Phoebe Fazio, sound washing performer and Reiki master.
and, and we're here.
That's a thing.
Is that a thing?
That's
a real thing.
It's a You're a Reiki master.
Okay.
Who isn't a Reiki master anymore?
But hey, today we're here to connect you with the wisdom from an animal and a sound healing based on the wisdom of that animal. And so we're combining my intuitive communication skills with the animal that went into the making of the Animal Wisdom Oracle card deck. So a bunch of different animals. And so I'll draw a card from here and share the wisdom of that animal. And then Phoebe will do a sound washing auditory experience, right?
Yes, a sound experience extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
Don't know what you're going to get. Well, you'll get something.
It'll be something. You'll hear something.
Maybe some stuff and some other stuff.
Some other stuff. Some things.
You'll experience something, and it'll connect us to what we hear in the cards.
Yeah. We're choosing from all these different cards. Could be anybody, except for we did the reindeer already. So could be anybody. So I'm going to choose a card, and away we will go. And the card today is the butterfly. And I love the butterfly. There's just such a sense of freedom and openness. So the spiritual gift of the butterfly is openness. And it's really being open to the world, open to receiving, open to the gifts, open to everything. Really just that ability to be just open is their gift. Their spiritual challenge or their spiritual lesson is optimism. So I think that's kind of interesting that that openness, it seems like it would naturally lead itself to optimism, but oftentimes the spiritual gift and the spiritual lesson are kind of two sides of the same coin. And so that openness, the challenge is the opposite side, which is the optimism. So staying optimistic, staying positive. But the really cool thing about the butterfly that I spoke with, which was a lacewing butterfly in Costa Rica for this card, was she said that her message to people is to focus on non-attachment. And in fact, she chose to reincarnate as the same butterfly over and over and over again so that her soul really got that experience of non-attachment. And she said it was really easy. It's easier to get it in that body because there's nothing else going on. It's such a simple lifestyle. So she could really focus on learning the lesson that she wanted to learn for her soul's growth about non-attachment. So when you want to incorporate the wisdom of the butterfly into your life, just really feel into that openness, that expansiveness. See if you can find a place where maybe you're not optimistic or you could use some more optimism and then consciously pull that in or focus on that. But to me, the butterfly is really all about non-attachment. And when you think about the butterfly lifestyle, they can't be attached because they have the caterpillar phase and they have to let go of that and become the butterfly. So they really embody non-attachment in their lives. So that's the wisdom of the butterfly. Maybe?
That's so beautiful. Well, let's see where this takes us. Thank you.
Mm.
That's quite a sound.
I couldn't hear what you said.
That was quite a sound journey.
Yeah. What was it like for you?
Well, it took me somewhere else. Like I've had trouble coming back here. This D sharp bowl that I have is fairly new. And she's very powerful. Her name is Dee Dee. D sharp. Anyway, she just brings me into the sounds, like the swirling vortex of vibrations. And as I go into the sound, then it brings me up and it takes me to the stratosphere. I sometimes forget what I'm doing and that I'm in a human body. And then I would flash on the butterfly and the openness and the optimism. And I just felt the lightness of flight as a butterfly.
Mm.
And yet this I don't know, just sort of a knowing that they have the two stages, because they're living as a caterpillar for so long, and then there's the cocoon stage where you're really deep within, and then you come out into this completely other existence. It's almost like you're two separate beings in one lifetime. Like they get two lifetimes in one. Sorry. Two lifetimes in one.
What a bargain.
Yeah, it's a good deal. And that whole story about this particular butterfly choosing to come back as a butterfly each time, it really took me to somewhere else. Like, oh, wow, we can choose. And I chose this, and I chose other lifetimes, and where do I want to go next? You know, it's sort of just like way up there, like a beyond thought. It's a little hard to put words to it.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, in the beginning, there was something rhythmic. It was like a joom, joom, joom kind of a sound. And to me, that had the energy of those different lifetimes and just cycling. And the overall effect for me was a real sense of peace and fullness. And just there was a strength in there, though, that I wasn't really expecting, like a really strong energy of, I don't know, just of strength. And I think that peace came from the non-attachment piece and just that rhythm of life, and then life again, and then life again, and then life again. So I feel like that really got captured in that sound experience, for me anyways.
Yeah. Did it lift you up to the optimism?
Yeah, I think it really did. I think that was part of that expansiveness that I felt. That openness was like open, encompassed everything. And I think that the optimism comes directly from that.
Oh, nice. You know, you were talking about the strength, and I was going to say this about this bowl when I introduced it before, but I'm not making this up. So this is for strengthening the adrenals. And there is a lot of strength in this bowl. Like, I don't have to work very hard at playing it. It just comes out right away. Not like either of the other. I mean, each of the bowls is different as far as what it takes to play it and how it starts to sing. You know, like sometimes it sort of starts and it doesn't really sing out until you get it going, and then it comes out. So this one sings out right away. And, you know, I don't know, more and more of us are feeling our adrenals, you know, like we just don't have that oomph to get going or to get through the day or to do the things that we want to do. And, you know, we need our adrenals to be recharged. And so
to get our strength.
Yeah. And having strength, you know, like, you know, I don't think of a butterfly as being strong, but they've got to have strength to be flying all over the place.
Right.
And again, to have lived a life already and to come through as a different, you know, a whole new expression of your soul. You know, that could be pretty draining, I would think. But
seems like
it's uplifting. And butterflies are flying around, very lightweight and colorful.
Yeah, but there's strength underneath that lightness.
Yeah. Very, very powerful. Must be all that time they spend in that cocoon.
Yeah. Well, so that was our experience, and we would love to hear from you about your experience. So take a moment and just write down in the comments what this wisdom, what this butterfly taught you today, or what your journey was with the sounds, or, you know.
And if you can't find words, just go on your keyboard. Smash.
And if you see that, it's probably from Phoebe. I don't know what to say. I can't put words to it.
I'll go back later.
And if you want to be the first to hear about when we post another animal and their wisdom and the sound washing that goes with them, then definitely subscribe to the channel. And we look forward to seeing you and connecting with you in the next video. Have a beautiful butterfly day.
Thanks for flying around with us. Bye.